Hello, boys and girls of YouTube. Well, I was trying to make an unboxing video, but when I was recording, I definitely did not have everything I needed in frame, in the shot. So I was talking about stuff that you weren't going to be able to see. So I could have faked an unboxing video, but I didn't think that was right. I was very excited to open up this box and show you everything that was in it. But like I said, the video didn't turn out all that well, so I'm redoing it, and I'm just gonna kind of walk through all the stuff. So you're looking at a box from a company called Fast Pinball. Um, they make pinball controllers, and what a pinball controller does is basically connects your, well, in this case, connects the brain, or in my case, it'll be a little mini computer to the switches, the solenoids, whatever else you might need to control or get a signal from in a pinball machine. Um, there's a lot of companies out there. Well, maybe not a lot, but there's a good amount. There's a Cobra Pin, and there's a P-Rock, which is, I think, by I might have this pronounce this wrong, but Metamorphic. They make a pinball machine that is like you have a main unit, and then you can interchange the playfield. It's pretty cool. It's a nice, interesting concept. Um, Especially if you only have room for one pinball machine, you can definitely, take the pieces out and enjoy a different game if you want. A little on the expensive side, but definitely interesting. I've played a couple of them. They're kind of fun. The lower third is kind of always the same to a certain degree. Obviously, there's nice imaging to go with the change of playfield, so it's pretty cool. But let me get back to what I bought, and let me go over when you buy a kit from Fast Pinball what you get, and then I'll show you the extra pieces I purchased and the reasons why I purchased them. So here goes. Hopefully I'll have everything in frame this time. I think I set it up right. So first you have the actual main controller itself. This is what connects your computer or whatever you actually have your software on to control the pinball machine, from scoring to playing videos to hitting the switches at the right time to make things happen. So these are actually pretty cool because you can actually run a pinball machine, a homebrew, definitely. I don't know if a manufacturer would ever do this, but you can actually use a Raspberry Pi to actually run a pinball machine and put all the software on it. And this brand, you can actually plug a Raspberry Pi right in here, and you don't need any other connections. Normally, you'll if you have a laptop, if you're running with, or like a little mini computer, you use a USB to connect this to your computer. So I'm not sure where that actually is. I'm trying to find it real quick, and of course I'm not finding it. So right here. Sorry, I was looking for a little bigger USB, but that's like the mini one. So that's the main piece that really connects everything else I'm going to show you to your computer, and it does it by networking cables, and you'll connect everything in a series. And let me show you all those other pieces too. So again, if anybody has any comments or questions, or I didn't explain something very well, Fast Pinball has a great website. I'll put a link to it. That can really give you all the details you really ever needed. But I'm just going to show you what I've got. So go from there. Then the next piece we'll show you is your power filter board. Now, this is really important because generally, obviously, it has fuses in here. So you want to make sure you can manage your power appropriately. Because when you plug anything to house current, there's definitely surges, and the power's not clean. So this definitely helps clean up the power that you're putting to the machines. This way, when you turn it on and off, there's no surges and it doesn't blow things. So this is really kind of mandatory. These big things are capacitors. They'll store electricity and clean it up. And like I said, Fast Pinball and a lot of other companies have these things. And they do a better job explaining it than me, but just letting you know what I've got. And when I start wiring this, I'll talk a little bit more about it. So that's another piece. And the next piece is going to be the playfield interface, I'm going to call it. Actually, probably an appropriate name for it. But what this piece does, it actually controls your inputs and outputs. In other words, your switches and your solenoids. So if you have, want to score, it goes over a switch and you do the program. So this way you can say, okay, that switch was worth X amount of money. So you have to actually have something, take that signal, put it to this and put it to your computer. So this way you can actually then see, the score or whatever you wanted to do, or if you wanted to turn something on, or, like a light or a sound or whatever. So that's what this is. And you have different inputs and outputs of these type of boards. I think this one is a 32 by 8. So that's 32 switches in, I think 8 outputs. Let's see what's next to the box here. Next in the box, we have the playfield, what do they call it exactly? Interchange board. So, like I said, it uses networking cables to control everything. So this will make it easier to wire, the head unit to your main computer. Your main pinball machine. So, this connects the network cables that you're going to use and also the power. This way, if you need to take everything, like take the thing apart, it's easier just to disconnect this and have wires running into the back box that you'd have to disconnect from there, and you have it'll be a little bit pain in the neck, but you can do it from this because you just connect it from this, and this stays in the body of the pinball machine, and you can take the head off. All right, next we're gonna have, this is an expansion board. So you get choices of these. For myself, I went with one that will control some, what one did I go with? LED lights or servos. I forgot which one I had. So this one will control up to 128 LED lights and 4 servos. And then next in the kit, you get general illumination lights. They're LED lights. And then you get 10 of these. Yeah, 10. And then finally, you get 50 LED lights. This way you can put them in your back box or, underneath things that you want to light up. So now this is everything in a kit that you get from Fast Pinball. Put this back over here. And for my machine, when I laid it out, I realized I definitely needed a few more things, and I also wanted to make it function more like a real true pinball machine. So the extra parts I had to get were a couple things. So let me pull these out of the box and go over those for you. Just give me 1 second to switch a couple things real quick here. Off camera, I apologize. So the first thing I'm going to show you is basically the what they call a fast cabinet board. So what this particular board does, generally on a computer, on a pinball machine, you actually have, your in a real one anyway, something that takes money. So that'll connect your collectors, for adding bills, because pinball machines haven't been a quarter in a long time. So you can use this to connect that. Your flippers. Let's see, what else will this connect? The start buttons. Let's see, what else? There's a whole bunch of things this does control. Um, and I got this again. It's more like a real real pinball machine when you set it up. So, so like the door that opens in the front, it'll connect all that stuff that way. The other thing I purchased was this is another switch and driver board. So this one I think is the 8x4. When I laid out what I think my pinball machine is going to be like, I definitely needed more than the 32x8. So I got that one, and then I actually have a bigger one too. And this one is a 16x16. So that'll drive 16 inputs and 16 outputs. So 16 switches generally, and then some relays or switches, I think. Yeah, I think you can do that too. And that's pretty much it. Now, these pieces are sold separately, but in the kit, if you wanted to, you can build a pinball machine off of that. And it should be enough to get you going, and you can always add on later on. But I just wanted to get everything I needed in one shot. Now, the one thing I didn't get, which I should have when I ordered this, is the connectors for all these. I did buy them separately. I went through a company called Nork. I found them online. Another person that was making Pinball Machine kind of mentioned them, so I did find everything. It was just a pain in the neck because they don't tell you really what the spacing is for the pins and how many you need, so you got to figure out. Now, Fast will sell that one thing, just add it to the order. They're not that expensive. If you are ever thinking about going with them, I would do that. Save you a lot of time, effort, and aggravation. It doesn't cost that much less or more. I didn't even figure it out. I just bought what I needed, what I think I needed, and it makes life easier. So that's my non-unboxing of what I'm calling the nervous system of my pinball machine. And this is everything you need electronically, except, well, to control it electronically, except for you know, the brains, which is be some type of computer. Could be, again, as simple as a Raspberry Pi, or it could be, a really super expensive laptop, although I wouldn't probably use that. I would definitely use probably a mini PC. They're reasonably priced nowadays. You can get them powerful enough to do what you need to do for a pinball machine. So that will probably be next on the agenda. I'll show you what I went with and what I decided to go with, and tell you what minimum specs you need, and we can go from there. So if you have any questions, comments, like the video, don't like the video, want to subscribe, don't subscribe, perfectly fine. I'm doing this more as for myself, to keep myself motivated and keep this project going. But if you have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.